So now that you've finished your deck images and you're happy with them, you want to go ahead and get them actually set up as a deck. And the easiest way to do that really is in Canva. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you here. So you do want to download your cards, as I mentioned in the last video, and keep them all organized. And I would suggest at this point bulk converting them to 300 DPI because you've already upscaled them, and this just gives them the 300 DPI. So that's going to help preserve the better quality. And if you did want to use those later, for example, to create a print deck, or if you wanted to offer them as printable JPEGs or PNGs, you already have those set up. And in Canva, we are going to be doing an output that allows us to preserve this print quality, which is why you can do it before you add them into Canva. So for example, with Canva, for most of the stuff you download from them, they're going to be reverting back to like a 96 DPI. But with this option we're going to select, it's going to allow you to keep that 300 DPI. Anyways, that can get very confusing very quickly, so I just want to keep it straightforward. So if you go over to convert-dpi.com, that's the one that I like to use. It'll convert those all to 300 DPI. Then you can re-download them, and then we can go over to Canva and finish those up. So let me go ahead here and get out of this, and I'll show you the Convert DPI. Okay, so this is Convert DPI. It allows us to do 50 images, and I'm going to go ahead and add our files here. And I believe we had 3 PNGs and 1 JPEG, so it doesn't necessarily really matter which ones you use for this particular process. Let's go ahead and just do PNG on all of these. If you're doing print on demand, for example, if you want to do that, some of them might prefer JPEG. PNG tends to give you a little bit of a better print quality, so you can experiment and see how that goes for you. So we can see here, depending on how many files you have, so if you're doing like your whole deck, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you can see here that it's converting these. So now these are done. I'm going to go ahead here and download these. And what I like about this site is it'll just basically keep all your information here. You can even do different formats. You can even do different widths and heights. So we have this over here in our downloads, and then I would just go ahead here and add it to our deck. You may want to rename it or something so you know that these are the 300 DPI images. And let's go ahead here and now head over to Canva. So I am sharing with you 2 templates. You get a standard size template for standard size cards, which have 4 on each cards. And then you also get a mini one. Now, you may have different sizes that you want to do as well. These are standard. You can see they're slightly long and thin, but there are lots of different sizes depending on the type of deck that you want to do. So you have a couple of options here. In the quick start, I'm giving you some additional templates if you want to pick that up. If you go over here to Etsy, you can put in something like Canva templates, and you can see here we have a variety of different card templates, so you could pick these up for just a couple $, and use different templates. Here's some other templates as well. Again, these are $8, so it just depends. You can also set your own template here in Canva if you want. You can just set your width and height of what you want your image to be, and then use them in there. So it's pretty flexible. Like I said, I'm giving you these 2 sizes to get started. This is the standard and then the mini. But if you want to do different sizes, because these types of cards are very versatile and flexible, you can either get different templates or you can create your own. So now that we have our templates, we are ready to go ahead and actually add our images so we can create our cards. And I'm going to go over that here in the next video. But before I do that, I just do want to mention that, as you can see, these are here with 4 cards per image on each page. So you would just copy these And these are designed where we're going to be outputting them to a high quality print PDF. And I just want to show you here that this is a very popular option for selling. So you get a high-res PDF file. So you have 32 cards. For this one, each page contains 2 cards. And a cover page, which is, I believe, like the digital images. So you can see they show them here on their mock-ups. And then this one, for example, they offer the PNG, where it's basically just their single PNG file with the correct size, but they're offering the PDF file. Each page is a template of 4 cards and includes 1 page of backup cards. So this is actually what I really recommend that you set up. I wouldn't bother when you're starting out at the beginning of necessarily including a PNG file. You can offer just your PDF file, and so you saw that we had this set up like this. So each image, we have 4 images on each one. And then we're also going to have a 1 page of the back of cards. You can have 1 or different images on there. And then we have the size. So if you see here, I don't know if they'll show them, but you'll see. So you can see the PDF templates here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they have them here. And then with the PNG, they do offer those as well. And like I said, I wouldn't necessarily suggest including those if you're just starting out, because it's just more time consuming and it's not the norm with all of the different decks that I've seen, the different style of decks. But if you wanted to, you could do that, because you basically just have these here. So you already have them, the 300 DPI. You would just want to make sure that you have the correct size, and that's something you can, of course, check in with some type of image tool or something like that. So, but like I said, I would suggest, and that's what I would be focusing on with this training, is just doing the PDF files to start with.